Hello everyone, welcome back to my Murphy table. I'm just going to go over one more little Battlegroup Kursk project that I have. These are some cards that were put together by a gentleman on Board Game Geek. I should have went and looked up his name. I'm so bad when it comes to quoting people for what they do. So just know this isn't anything I made. I got this off Board Game Geek on the Battlegroup Kursk page they have. I'm a terrible researcher, so I share what I find, but then I should do better at telling who actually made this. So apologies. So what these cards are, if you play Battlegroup Kursk, they have a battle rating system, and so I'll just show you real quick. This is pretty cool. Your side has an overall morale rating, and it's your battle group rating. So every unit that you buy, well, not every unit, but a lot of units that you purchase, they come with a battle rating value. So let's say you purchase several vehicles, some infantry, and you have a battle rating value of 11 points for your side. Well, every time one of your units is lost, well, there's some other things that would cause you to draw a battle rating card, but every time that you have to draw a battle rating card, you would either print out or you cut out these numbers and you grab at random one of these tokens, and you're going to grab a value either from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 or a special circumstance. And if you're just drawing the numbers, once you've drawn enough numbers equal to your battle rating, so like if your battle rating was 11, you would lose, because that would represent your side's higher command saying, hey, we've lost too much vehicles, too many men, we're going to pull out of this battle. So it represents your overall side's morale value, and then because you're randomly pulling these chits, you don't know exactly when your side's morale will break, and neither will your opponent. So if you're drawing 1s, you're in the battle for the long haul. If you're drawing 5s, then you're going to be out of the battle rather quickly. So it works. It works. It helps to prevent situations where I've seen in other games where somebody just keeps playing until there was pretty much one model left on the table. You know, good game, yeah, we're playing forever, but not necessarily very realistic. So this kind of helps throw in a good stopping point to your game. You know, if you're trouncing your opponent, you're not going to trounce him until he's down to 1 vehicle. That might be fun. You know, that might be your style. But this just helps to give kind of that fog of war. How would an army react to losing vehicles and stuff? So anyway, that's what these are. So on Board Game Geek, a gentleman put together, I think it's the same guy who put together these awesome data cards for tanks and stuff. He also put together these little cards that would represent your battle rating. And so you would have, if you drew one, for example, if you drew the Beyond the Call of Duty, it was awesome having it on this card because all of the special rules for Beyond the Call of Duty are right here. I don't have to pull the chit, go, oh, Beyond the Call of Duty, what does that mean? And then look it up in the book. It was all right here. And then the cards also had the number values for the 1 through 5. So it was exactly like you saw there in the book, but it was on these awesome cards. And it was really easy to read the number. It was just, it's fun to have cards. The only problem is the stack, once I sleeved them, and if I put in a card to give it some rigidity, I mean the stack you had to have was huge, a big stack, and it was just got unwieldy to shuffle, and it just wasn't convenient anymore to use these. For the longest time I just had these unsleeved and just in a stack of paper, but then paper really doesn't shuffle well. So as awesome as these are, if you can maybe go to Arts Cow and figure out how to have those folks send you like a professionally printed cards, then I think these would be awesome. But for me and my skill level in dealing with cards and making homemade cards, they're not very good for me, and it's unfortunate because these were awesome. So what I did, I made my own battle rating counters, and I wanted to share this. This was a good home project. So what I did, was I went to the store and I bought label, like shipping labels that you can print on. And I got a shipping label that was a full sheet. So here in the States it's 8.5 by 11 inches, and I know other parts of the world they have like A4 paper in different sizes. So you know, if you wanted to do something like this, just get a full page shipping label. And what I did then was I just printed out that page I showed you from the book, and then that puts all of the numbers. Let's see if we can just zoom in a little bit. I think there's some glare from the overhead lights, so just kind of bear with me. But I just pulled out a sampling of the counters, and there's the 2s, and then, you know, some 3s, and here's the 4s. Here's one of the special counters with an aircraft attack. So unfortunately, because I'm now back down to a counter, I would have to go back to the book and then find out exactly what the rules for an aircraft attack are. And that's where the benefit of these cards come in, is all the rules I would need would be here on the card, but I just can't make these work for me. So these counters work really awesome. So after I printed the page onto that shipping label, I just stuck that onto some thin cardboard. So I went to our post office, and they give you the boxes for shipping, and this was some thin cardboard. It's probably about the thickness of like a war game counter. It's nice, and it's got a little rigidity to it. So I just then cut them out, and probably won't take them all out, but you know, after I cut them out, what I then did was I took my organ laminator 2.5mm cutter and trimmed the corners. So these look like counters. Now the white border is a little offset. I mean, you can tell I'm not the best at homemade projects, but you know, so if you overlook my lack of cutting skills, these work out really good. The final thing that I did, just to kind of help protect them, was I got some matte varnish spray. It wasn't varnish, but it was like a matte acrylic spray, and sprayed the fronts, and I sprayed the backs. That way, you know, if I'm using these somewhere and somebody's got soda, hopefully if they spittle or get a little soda on these, it will prevent that card from the ink just completely melting and running off. This just helps to protect the face of the counter here a little bit. So shipping label, full-size print, full-size page, attach them to thin cardboard, cut them out, spray them with your matte varnish. You could probably do glossy. I'd prefer kind of a matte finish, not so glossy. And then boom, I just stuck them in this here bag. And what's great about this is it's so easy to get your random results. There's a bunch of counters here, and of course you could use any bag you want. This is what I had, but I mean, this is wonderful. You just, you know, when your vehicle gets blown up, you gotta draw your rating. I mean, you just reach in there, shuffle them up a little bit, grab one, and then boom, I got 3. You know, so now if I only had 11 battle rating points, I've still got 8 left. So this is awesome, and it just sits on the table, unobtrusive. You don't show the value to your opponent because, again, you want to keep him guessing where you're at. But if I had to draw another one, just, you know, shuffle them up in my bag, and then boom, I drew a 4. So I'm not doing so good. But simple project. But I think until I can get these professionally printed, because if these I could get professionally printed, they would be slick and fun to use. But until then, these counters for Battlegroup Kursk or any of the Battlegroup games, Barbarossa, Overlord, Fall of the Reich, I think these are a great alternative for drawing your battle ratings. So I hope you enjoyed, and if you have any other questions or anything else you want to see about Battlegroup Kursk or any of the other projects I share, you know, just leave a comment and I'll get back to you. Thanks a lot. Bye.